to fund all of his very homosexual behavior. He ain't Richard Smallwood. He's an old cross-dressing weirdo. Let's just be honest, it was Black American churches that made Tyler Perry rich. They went to all his plays. Like, Tyler Perry plays started in the churches.
Many fans have pointed out that Tyler's movies don't exactly represent the thoughts of someone in tune with God.
That's crazy if this shit started in the church and he gay, bro.
In fact, they seem more like the opposite. Many of his movies and shows have elements of demonic rituals, anger, betrayal, lust, nudity, and so on. Take his TV series, Ruthless, for example. Ruthless covers the story of a woman named Ruth Truesdale who somehow ends up in a scandalous cult of powerful ex-crazed fanatics, and she has to play nice with them to rescue her daughter and free both of them. On the surface, it sounds like a cute little series, but those who have watched it know just how twisted and weird it is. The series starts with the main character, Ruth, kidnapping her daughter Callie to join this cult called the Rakudushi cult. This cult is basically a bunch of horny people who do all sorts of weird freak-off rituals together, and Ruth is a devoted member of this cult. After throwing her best friend Callie under the bus and setting her up to be punished by the cult for being rebellious, Ruth is up to become an elder in the cult. However, to become an elder, she has to be ganger by 7 high-ranking cult members. When she goes through that, she finally realizes she doesn't want to be a member of the cult anymore. That's when she...
Do what the fuck I just say? Ganger. What the fuck that be? Gangbang, dickhead? What the fuck kind of shit, nigga? Like, what the hell?
That's to be what? I heard ganger, and when I think about ganger, I'm thinking about...
You on the same shit I'm on.
You know what I'm saying? By 7 occult members.
Like, what the fuck? 7?
This is everything but, you know what I'm saying, a godly movie.
Like, what the hell?
That.
Starts to plan an escape route with her best friend, Tally, and her daughter. Oh, but it gets weirder. A lot of people couldn't help noticing how Tyler tries to romanticize this cult in a way. The cult leader, for example, is called The Highest. The Highest has long hair and is always wearing white. His demeanor is very calm, peaceful, and welcoming. This is to cover up the fact that he is an ex-sadist. He uses drugs to make newcomers black out and lose all memory in order to violently R them. He himself is also...
Sounds like something that happens a lot within the industry.
An addict. There are also elements of betrayal, adultery, and
Sounds like him. Let me stop. Long hair, white clothes.
fornication. Each person having an affair with every other person. It's a mess. The series is actually a spin-off of another series produced by Tyler called The Oval. The Oval tells the story of President Hunter Franklin and First Lady Victoria Franklin. For those who haven't seen this series, picture every single problematic storyline you've ever heard squashed up into one series. That's basically what it is. It's described as a supercharged political genre with off-the-charts levels of scandal, depravity, and betrayal. Are you guys noticing a common theme already? Well, if you aren't,
all you do is talk about fuck shit.
Next Tyler Perry movie will rock you. It's called Mea Culpa, and it's about this high-powered attorney who is accused of unaliving his ex-girlfriend. She somehow falls for him, and they start messing around even though she's his lawyer, and he's literally being accused of taking someone's life. Mind you, she's married in all this. Eventually, it turns out that her bum husband's family has been plotting to unalive her for years, and he knew about it but didn't tell her anything. Oh, he's also cheating on her. On top of all that, the movie isn't even that good. I mean, shout out to Kelly Rowland, but it's like the only thing Tyler wanted to achieve with the movie was to show as many erotic scenes as possible.
They say he was cheating on her. Wasn't she cheating on him though, nigga? What the fuck kind of goofy shit?
And some random plot twists for dramatic effect. One person left this review on Rotten Tomatoes. While it might start out as an erotic thriller, it slows down to a damp relationship drama before meandering its way to a climax hinged on head-scratching twists that make little to zero sense. This person rated it 2 out of 5. Another person rated it 1 out of 5, saying there's not a thrill to be found in this astonishingly bad, completely hollow, and downright trashy straight-to-streaming debacle. In fact, it's only the unintentional laughs, and there are many of them, that make the film the slightest bit bearable. The common theme in all...
Imagine watching the entire film. I feel like there's a certain point where you recognize, yo, this film is actually trash, so let's not
finish it.
Yeah. I watched like this movie on Netflix the other day, and I mean, it was so
they got
bad.
to though. They reviewed
like the first 20 to 25 minutes. I had to just start looking at it as a parody. Like, it honestly became funny. It was supposed to be suspenseful, but you know, like, there's like suspenseful movies, and like there's like a logical decision to make, and then like the most illogical decision to make. The main characters are constantly making the most illogical decisions. So after that point, I'm like, this is not even real life. Like, this is just based off of like just nonsense. But a great suspenseful movie is something like Get Out, because all the decisions made in that movie for the most part were like logical things that you probably would have thought about doing to actually get out. But not all movies are like that. So it's just certain movies that you can't really take too seriously.
All these movies is that Tyler Perry forgets about making a good story with great plot twists and instead focuses on spicy content like X-rated scenes, violence, and all sorts of depravity. There have actually been rumors that some of the X scenes in Tyler's movies are actually watered-down versions of the demonic X rituals he does with his industry friends in their secret mansions. When Diddy started trending because of the civil lawsuits and federal RICO investigation against him, Tyler Perry also started...
I believe it. I believe they're just putting the real stuff that they do in real life just in the movies, like a lot of other movies. Like, for example, when it just came to the drugging that happens, like, that's the exact situation that describes what P. Diddy is arrested for.
In the news rounds because allegedly he and Diddy were two peas in a pod. Tyler was allegedly a frequent guest at Diddy's freak-offs where he had access to exclusive male escorts who entertained him.
Yeah, I mean, even look at John Lennon. Bro, you look at fruitcake looking at. Come on.
At Diddy's freak-offs where he had access to exclusive male escorts who entertained him and his friends, if you know what I mean. And get this, sometimes these male escorts would allegedly be used in some occult gatherings Tyler and other A-list celebrities used to have.
I think that he's going to the Diddy parties, you know. Bruh. If he's going, well, we know he's going to the Diddy parties, and I know that it's, I know what usually happens at the Diddy party, or what we told us happened at the Diddy parties. Maybe you need to see it for yourself, man. Maybe you need to go there and really be involved in some things that could help save some individuals while they go into those parties. Or maybe just going to, man, it's hard to even talk about why would you find a religious man, you know, when you know that the saints supposed to separate themselves from the sinners, and why would a religious man like himself be at a party which ain't nothing but sin that's going on, bro? Whether it's drinking, maybe fornicating, maybe, like I said, men on men, women on women. It's hard to put in perspective unless he's involving himself what is actually going on at the parties.
But that's not all. There have also been rumors of Tyler Perry using humiliation rituals to control what people watch and how other actors behave around him. In a recent interview, Jaguar put Tyler on blast for his latest movie, Divorce in the Black. According to her, the movie was nothing more than a humiliation ritual, and Tyler gets off on putting things like this out into the world.
Divorce in the Black. Tyler Perry's latest movie has been...
movie out.
Yeah, God.
Humiliation ritual.
Yeah, in the first 8 minutes, just what... I mean,
Damn, what happened?
If anyone thought about us in some kind of way, that's to show that, to put that in...
Tyler Perry has been making black people look like buffoons and idiots for years and pawning it off as culture. Oh, this is our culture, this is how we is. No, that's not how we is, because I don't know no fat, skinny, medium-sized woman that would strip down ass naked in a church at a funeral and say that, no, that doesn't
What
happen.
the fuck?
That's what's going on in his movies right
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Funerals? What the hell?
Yeah, I know that.
Expose
Yo.
Tyler for being an industry handler.
What the fuck?
And the way he does it is to use his movies to portray black people in a negative light and promote harmful stereotypes about black people. Between that and what Jaguar calls his agenda to make black men look effeminate, there are so many questions for Tyler to answer.
A lot of stuff that's on today is coonery buffoonery. And I know it's making a lot of money, breaking records, but we could do better. That's just my opinion.
Speaking of making black men look effeminate, Jaguar Wright is not the only one who has clocked Tyler's tea. Cat Williams has had his foot on Tyler's neck for years now because he believes Tyler deliberately created the Madea franchise as part of a plot to make black men look ridiculous.
At the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we have Big Mama's House 1, 2,
You barely, like, I can't even think of a movie where there's a white man like wearing a dress. Maybe the only one I can think about is what's the Christmas movie, Home Alone. I'm pretty sure that's the only one I can possibly think about. Other than that, you have white chicks, Madea, Kevin Hart, and then even when I think about like dope, like successful movies, I don't know, like financially successful movies. Like when I think about Wolf of Wall Street, like yo, I can't even think of a color dude in there. Then I think about Get Out, And it's showing how the black dude basically ended up becoming a slave. I'm like, damn. But this is just the way the media works, though. You know what I'm saying? It's the programming that the media does on the mass majority of people.
And 3, I've never seen Madea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next. Some of us are against the Illuminati. We are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote.
We all love Dave Chappelle.
Exactly.
And don't even get me started on how Tyler Perry presents black women in his shows and movies. They're either insane, stupid, dumb, angry, or a combination of all. And somehow, they have to be punished for being insane, stupid, dumb, or angry. Even if it's not their fault they ended up that way. Tyler's black female characters also get the most terrible husbands or love interests. They're good women who make one mistake, and because of that, they deserve to lose everything they've ever worked for. There's this article on the Daily Beast titled, "Tyler Perry Built a Movie Empire by Selling Out Black Women." The article talks about just how poorly written the female characters in Tyler Perry's movie, A Fall from Grace. The movie follows the story of Grace, an older woman who confesses to unaliving her husband, and Jasmine, the public defender who takes on her case. It turns out that Grace had fallen for this elaborate scam, where a woman takes in other older women and gets them to fall in love with young men before stealing from them. According to the Daily Beast article, what's most obviously offensive about this film and Perry's oeuvre in general is how passive, gullible, and greedy he renders his black women characters, and how he punishes them for the so-called sins they dare to commit. Now, according to some sources, Tyler has pretty much the same views about the women in his life. Tyler was raised in a toxic household with an abusive father and a mother who just took everything her husband dished out. Allegedly, this led to Tyler developing a twisted mindset about women and some very crazy kinks that he carries out through these alleged demonic rituals. Cassie worked with Tyler for years on multiple projects, including House of Pain and the spin-off series The Pains, where she played the role of Ella Pena. She also played the role of Aunt Bam in the Madea franchise. To a large extent, Cassie's big break happened because Tyler Perry noticed her talent and offered her a role on his show, Medea's Family Reunion. Because of that, Tyler holds a pretty heavy space in her career.
Every time somebody calls me, it's a big break. Every time Tyler Perry calls me, it's a big break. So I just pray that you receive your big break. Big break not necessarily connected to money. Sometimes it's just life experiences. But whatever you do with Christ, will last.
Now, allegedly, when Cassie started noticing some of Tyler's weird behavior, she wanted to expose him and let the world see who their hero truly was. However, he allegedly forced her to remain silent by threatening to take food off her table and ruin her life. Y'all know when Tyler Perry makes you his enemy, all he needs to do is make one call that'll get you blacklisted and leave you begging for scraps. Just ask Monique. But you know what they say. No matter how fast a lie runs, the truth will always catch up with it. It looks like more and more people are realizing that Tyler Perry is a fraud, and they're calling him out about it. But what do you guys make of the
I'm not gonna lie, that one clip of Tyler placing his hand on T.D. Jakes' head and him falling back. I'm like, yo, when did Tyler get this type of anointing? You know what I'm saying? When did this happen? Hey, family, comment down below your thoughts and opinions about this video right here. And what y'all think about it. If I do enjoy reading the comments, smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you can catch when I drop another video. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.
Yep. Anyways, like, so do all that good stuff. Bye-bye.